Hello, Tyler. How are you tonight? Just another night, man. A little stressed out for tomorrow, but you know, that's tomorrow's another day. Hello, Laura. Where are y'all from? Hi, Daniel. Ireland. Nice. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Florida. Poland. Nice. Both of those places are beautiful. How good is my laugh? I guess it depends on how good the joke is. You got a good joke? That's a good one. I was trying to think of what it could be. I actually like that one. I like old school, like dad joke type things like that. So how are you tonight, Grimnot? Hello, Mateo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing these right. Oh, there you go. That's perfect then. I'm not in a closet. I'm sitting outside, but okay. Hence the trees behind me. Yeah, Grimnot, I'm pretty sure it's people just trying to start stuff. I'm new to going live, so I just usually ignore some of that stuff. Yeah, I'm not too worried about likes, to be honest with you. I'm just doing this to try to get used to talking to the camera better. Oh yeah, Grimnot, I agree 100%. I'm doing good today, Mateo. How about you? I'm a little stressed out. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but other than that, hasn't been too bad. I'm outside. I'm in Florida, so it is currently almost 9 o'clock. I do all my, so I do have a regular channel. I do all my stuff out here, but it's usually a little bit later in the night, so you don't hear as many cars behind me type thing. I'm in Ottawa, it's pretty dark there. Probably. Yeah, I mean, I've got a light out here, like, you can see behind me that it's trees and all that. And then I got the tarp is just there for during the daytime, because the UV rays have been just so bad this year that and I fry so easily, so whenever I'm out here just relaxing during the day, I sit underneath the tarp. We still got about an hour's worth of sun. Yeah, I wish they quit changing all the stupid times around and just leave it at one thing, because it's like 1 minute it's getting dark at 6 o'clock, next minute it don't get dark till around now type thing. Like if I went out from underneath all this out onto the road and all that, it'd still be brisk to where you could see a little bit type thing. Thanks on that, Grim Knot. Yeah, I grow it and then I cut it and then no, I don't. No, not in Florida, man. That's one way to cut out of life very early. I have in the past, but the driving down here and the amount of how do you put it politely? We'll just say retirees that don't pay attention. It's just not a good idea. I'd say at least in this area that I live, at least twice a week you hear about another biker down or that has passed. It was bad. If I ever get out of here like I want to and get out towards country somewhere, I'll definitely think about it. But as bad as my back is, I don't know if I can handle it anymore. I have real bad joint and nerve pains that cause like the left side of my body from like my hip down to Grenat, what do I do for a living currently? So currently I sell on platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari. I used to sell on Amazon. So that's kind of what my channel is about, is I've kind of reached out to tell my story in hopes to connect with other people, to let them know they don't have to like fight their battles alone. So not only so originally about 8 years ago, my back, I used to be in drinking water treatment, and I hurt my back real bad, and then from like there it was kind of like a downward spiral. So at like 38, out of nowhere, it was like somebody flipped the light switch, and I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, severe depression, severe agoraphobia, PTSD. Now I show signs of adult dyslexia. So it's been a real struggle, to be completely honest. you know. Yeah, I'm sitting outside, but I don't live outside. Now, when it gets cooler in the winter, I will. Well, cooler in the winter and the mosquitoes aren't around as bad. I do like to sleep outside though. Just something calming about it. Yeah, no, so on my channel I share my, like I said, I share my story, the past traumas I've been through, and it's a newer channel, so and I'm slowly working up to it. Like, here you go, you can kind of like follow my journey and see what I'm doing to try to help resolve the issues that have been keeping me down for so long. Do you sell any? I sell. I know it's kind of cliche to say, but I sell pretty much anything that I can turn a profit on. But I do real well with media. As crazy as it's gonna sound, old books, old VHS tapes, I do very well with. And then sell a lot of models, and that's only because I came to meet well, not meet, but a friend's mom, or when her husband passed, he used to be a big collector, and so I've been selling those for her, and I just take a very, very small percentage just to make sure it covers what I have to pay in taxes at the end of the year, because she's trying to save up money to still fix her roof from the hurricanes last year. My back went when I was 28. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It don't get better either, it seems like. And yeah, the downfall for me was, so when it happened, I wasn't at work. So I used to work 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And the next morning I woke up, I couldn't move. So they wouldn't write it up as injury at work type thing. So it was just considered like you hurt yourself outside of work. And the way like getting in with a doctor and all that is down here comes certain times a year, because we get an influx of what we call snowbirds. People from up north come down for the winter and all that, and I couldn't get into a doctor in time to see them and get cleared to be 100% to go back to work. And so I was let go after 15 years, and it's been a struggle ever since, man. And during that time, went through a divorce. Right after that divorce, in the process of going through that divorce, I went ahead and sold my house, moved in to take care of my grandmother and all that, and had her pass. And so it's been a rough, these past 5 years, man. I'm getting every curveball thrown at me that I can. I was working in masonry, excavation. That's cool. Like excavation is in like with heavy equipment, or excavation is like what would that be called? I can't think of the word right now. Like history, like excavating sites or whatever. All right, Grimnot. Hey, have a great night, and I hope your wife starts feeling better. Okay. Yeah, I hear that pays pretty good. Yeah, I just turned 45, man, and I tell you, it's all right, yeah, and I don't like to put stuff out there, but I'll put her in my prayers. Wow, that's crazy. What am I staying? I don't know who's staying. I don't know if you're telling me to stay safe or someone else. Yeah, that's one thing I've never been able to do is work at die cast, aluminum die cast. But that's most likely you'd be what, in a shop, like a not like a shop or a warehouse doing that kind of stuff, right? Let's say a lot of the stuff like that actually there's openings for down here is like it's all out in the sun, man, and as pale as I am, man, I'll last about 5.5 minutes before like I'm so red I can't move. The sun destroys me. That's why that's why I have a dark boat, man. I'll still get sunburn underneath this damn thing during the day, even with a hat on at times. Always have like a red glow to me, just because I'm always burnt. See, aluminum die casting, that actually sounds interesting to me. Doing good. How about you, Big Tuna? Probably not at the level of which you were doing it type thing, but more of the, like, say the hobbyist part of it type thing, like being able to melt down metal and you know, turn it into stuff. Hey, well, while we're on the topic, Big Tuna, you got a good back, or is your back bad too? We have a trend going of a bunch of people with bad backs. Buddy, I feel bad for you, man. I mean, hey, congrats on the 6'8", because that's usually great for picking up women or whatever. But and I'm 6'1", man, and I wouldn't know what the hell to do if I was that damn tall. 6'1" and just trying to, like, say wash dishes, or, you know, like just the basic regular countertop size is just too much to where I have to be bent over to my lower back is always shot from it. Did you ever get into basketball? I know that's the first thing people usually try to, like, want to push taller people into, is getting into basketball. Hey, I used to be athletic back in the day, and that's most likely why my back is so screwed is I used to do powerlifting. I did that for quite a few years, and it probably didn't help the injury, just stuff over time. So what they've boiled it down to now for me is my entire, pretty much from my, I guess you would say, the lower mid back to through all my lumbar is all the discs are shot, and they're calling it degenerative disc disease, just pretty much wear and tear from over time. And the only way of really doing anything for it is trying to get everything fused together, and I don't know, man. I know a couple people personally that have had that done, and it hasn't helped them at all. They're worse, almost worse off now that they've had the surgeries and just fighting through as much as they can before it, you know. And the worst part, not that I'm saying I want to be on it or whatever, is, you know, all those years you pay into like Social Security and stuff like that, and then when you need a little help, there's no help out there type thing, because they say you're at a young I'm still at a young enough age to work a regular job, so I have to figure out how to do what I can on my own type thing. Because most jobs don't want to hear you talk about, well, hey, I need like a 2 or 3 minute sit down just to like let things, you know, stop throbbing and whatever else. And then between that and the mental health, man, it's like it definitely pays a toll on you. And the stuff I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, man. So I take it you're not a fan of low ceilings, especially with fans on them. Oh yeah, no. That's entirely why I started my actual channel. Like you weren't here, I don't think, earlier. Like I've been doing trying to do at least one live a week, just to get used to talking to the camera. But yeah, I suffer from severe anxiety, severe depression, severe agoraphobia, which for anybody that's on there and doesn't know what that one is, fear of being around people. And then I also have PTSD from the past when I was in the military and stuff, and past traumas from growing up. And then now I have adult dyslexia, which I don't know if it's just another thing to add to everything, or if it's something that's from the meds that I've been put on type thing. Yeah, the system isn't designed for much of anything, that's for sure. The system's designed to keep as much of our money in their pockets as they can, and then lie to us about how it's being used. I mean, I was in the military. I saw enough of the bullshit that went on there alone. Hopefully one day it'll all change, Joe, but chances of that are slim to none. They're too busy trying to make sure that we worry about what the hell damn side we're on, left or right, when it comes to politics. That way they can keep us literally at each other's throats, because if we all did like other countries and just said screw you and come together, they wouldn't know what to do if we, you know, I mean, you look at places like Spain and stuff like that, when they're fed up, they just shut the whole damn country down. Nobody goes into work. I mean, if we did that for 3 or 4 days, the wake-up call alone would be tremendous, you know. But I'm trying to carve my own path, and I mean, I guess it is kind of an outlet to like let some of that stuff off your chest. But I'm hoping I can reach like just reach at least one person out there and just let them know that if they're going through hard times and all that, like, even though I'm a stranger or whatever, like, hey, you don't have to stand alone. Like, I mean, I don't know everybody's ages, I'm in my 40s, so I grew up in an era where, you kept tight lips on stuff. You never talked about it because you didn't want others, your family didn't want others to know. That way, nobody could have anything on you type thing. And, I don't know. I'd actually got to I'm ashamed to say this, but I had actually got to a real bad point, and we'll just say I had my exit day planned out, and luckily I decided to finally just reach out to one person, and it was enough. And then I'm not gonna say I'm like this Bible thumping, anything like that, but they kind of told me, look back towards your faith, that you used to have as when you were younger. And so I started doing that, and then something told me to start just to tell my story and get it out there to try to help other people, whether that was just my gut talking or my crazy brain with a million different things at every minute of the day, or it was actually God reaching out. I went ahead and did it, and don't get me wrong, man, it's it's a rough one for me because I'm not a tech guy. I'm not a, what would you call it, man, I can't even think of the word right now. Like, I'm not a motivational speaker or a public speaker. I'm not none of that, like, at all. Like, talking to this freaks me out. I'm not used to talking to it, so like I'm sitting here like I'm talking just to somebody that's right here with me, and I always forget to look at this damn camera when I do it. But I'm learning all this stuff, so it was all stuff I didn't experience growing up, so I never really got into it too big, as life went on, which I guess could partially be at my fault. I would learn what I needed to at each, at the jobs I had to use, like, say, software and computers. But yeah, this is all this tech stuff is all new to me. I mean, heck, about the most training I had was typewriter class when I was in school. So computer class came like a couple years after me, but yeah, when we had computers, what was it? It was only for a rainy day, and your teacher had to reserve the spot. And if it was a rainy day, so you couldn't go out for recess, and then you could go in and get on a couple computers and take turns playing what was it, Oregon Trail or whatever. Oh yeah, no, I completely understand. I get that, I really do. Like I said, I'm ashamed to even admit what what I almost did. But it's part of my story, so I'm not gonna hide from it. You know, I had really stupid thoughts, really stupid plans, and yeah, you just gotta, you know, for me it was, I just had to reach out, and I guess, just needed one person to like wake me up to reality type thing. But hey, I gotta step away for like hopefully less than a minute. So if you guys are still here, I'll be right back. Oh. But yeah, what I was originally saying, I guess that was the dyslexia part, sidetracked me with the tech part, is I hope it does get out there to people in similar situation. It's a very, very hard, we'll call it niche, on YouTube to gain traction with, because most people that are out there are looking for, you know, like actual answers, and not really looking at seeing someone's story or journey and stuff like that. So it's definitely not a like, it's not, it most likely will never be like a monetized channel or anything like that. And the retention rate, when, you know, it's somebody like me that I can't do scripted. Like, to me, I'm not saying scripted is fake, even if I write out exactly like what it is I want to say and try to follow it, it doesn't work for me, because my brain can't retain it long enough to make it work. So it's easier for me just to like speak like I'm speaking now type thing, just like get on a topic and go. So it's not like all the other flashy channels and stuff like that that pull in, you know, hundreds of thousands of views the minute they upload and stuff. So, but it's something to do. It's something to hopefully spread word. If it could ever get to that, like, you know, don't get me wrong, everybody dreams type thing. If I can ever figure all this out and get back into a good spot, and I just want to, you know, live a comfortable life, and then I want to, my biggest goal or dream now would be to buy like a decent sized piece of property and be able to help others, whether it be, you know, others that are suffering from not being able to work and stuff like that, with mental illness, or even like just help people get back on their feet after natural disasters and stuff like that, because I've lived through that too. I mean, just last year we lost about, I have a roommate, and we lost about 90% of our life, and now just trying to rebuild from that, and getting zero type of help at all out there was a rough pill to swallow. Like, it took, I'd say I mean, well, granted, it wasn't the end of the world power wise. I mean, we were out, I think, 17 days no power. But like when FEMA comes around and like 8 days later and just says they're getting a head count to see what all they need to be bringing back in, and then they never show back up. Like we never even received a bottle of water or anything from any of them. And then at that point it was, well, you got to go to these locations, but yet none of the services like for getting the roads cleaned up and back to where you could actually travel had come around here yet. So we were stuck for, it was just about 2 weeks before we could finally even get into town just to try to get some supplies from the store and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head there. I think it's the getting kicked in the nuts part. I think when you get brought down to a level where you see the ugly side of life, and the struggle and everything else, that I would say for most people, I think that's where it comes in, you know, to want to make sure others don't ever have to go through that. Like if you would have asked me when I was younger, you know, like the crazy, if I hit the lotto, you know, if I hit this big lotto, I'm gonna buy it, you know. I don't care about any of that crap. Like, I want to live a comfortable life where my bills are paid, I have a modest house, decent used truck. I don't care about new vehicles at all. I actually, not too many new vehicles out there I like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a couple of the new trucks that are out there, but $80,000 to $100,000 for a vehicle, especially a truck, is completely asinine to me. Like I don't understand it at all. So I'll stick with the older stuff as long as I can, that I can actually work on myself and not have to hire a computer specialist on top of the mechanic on top of an, you know, like that's some of the craziest crap I've ever seen, man. That's just like some of these new vehicles with their headlights like that. There's no more housing and bulb. Like it's back to like back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, like how it used to be one big square, just piece of glass. When it went out, you just replaced the bulb. That's how this new stuff is. It's I just talked to somebody the other day, and they had their headlight went out on one of their trucks. $1,800. That's nuts. Yeah, I think I won't say that I won't ever get a new vehicle. I mean, I've had new vehicles in the past. The last new vehicle that I actually owned was in 2004, and then the only other new vehicle I bought was in, what the hell was it, 2000, I think it was a 2010 or 2011, and it was for my ex-wife, because she did a lot of driving for her job, so just kind of made sense. We went in and bought it cash, and she racked up like 100,000 miles on it the first year. So luckily, you know, it had warranty, so that was good. But that 10-year warranty was out the window with just 1 year of driving. Well, and I mean, what made you choose a new vehicle? Like, did you have a reason behind it, or just because it was a new vehicle? Like, I'm not saying new vehicle. Well, I'm not saying new vehicles are bad in certain circumstances. I get that people want dependable vehicle and things like that. But if it's just to, I don't know, say keeping up with the Joneses type thing, it doesn't make sense to ever do that. And that's like they say, you know, they've had studies where they talk to like millionaires and all that, and most of them never buy a new vehicle because they'll buy something that's got a used vehicle with low mileage or whatever, because they'll let that first person take all that hit and depreciation type thing. Let's see. Always wanted a new vehicle just to say I've owned one. Always has used it for every time I get a new one. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it, you know, depending on what it is, it's got a good enough or say long enough warranty. It may, you know, it might be worth it for you type thing, as long as you stick with it type thing, you know. Don't I definitely wouldn't suggest like staying in that new mindset and like to where you have to have something new and then getting to where you're upside down with them. I mean, I've seen that ruin so many people's lives. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I can tell you, I know, like I said, 2004 was the last time I did car payments, and I went in there and picked my truck. They asked me how much money I was putting down. I said nothing. I had a 2.2% interest rate, I think. And I had done a 5-year payment, and it was like $240 or whatever. And I see these people now that are getting in these newer trucks that are like, yeah, my payment's $1,500, and I'm like, that's a freaking, I mean, that's literally a mortgage as long as you buy, you know, don't buy a house here in Florida type thing. You buy a house somewhere it's just, it's nuts to me. Like $1,500 was more than my mortgage payment was on my last house I had. Hey man, I appreciate that, and if you want to check out some of my content, I think there's a playlist on there for like my story or whatever, and maybe if you know anybody that might be able to help, you know, share it with them type thing, because that's the whole goal of this, is trying to get a word out and be able to help others. So, but yeah, man, it was great talking to you too. I appreciate it. Normally don't have people that stick around this long, so I've actually really appreciated this talk. Hey man, have a good night, and don't let yourself get too lost in in the idea of the new car. Just enjoy it, man. You know, if you wanted it, now you get to enjoy it, and down the road you can decide from there, type thing. You know, man. Hope you have a good night. Anybody else? It says there's somebody else in here. That's weird. Oh, come on. I'm gonna find you, Cricket. It shows people keep popping in and out, but nobody's Where you at, Mr. Cricket? Hello out there. You a noisy cricket. Hello out there. Can sit here and speak to myself. How you doing over there, Peppers? Pepper, come find this cricket. Pepper. Hello out there. Shows there's some people on, but I can't see anyone, so that or my chat's frozen. If anybody has any questions or a topic they want to talk about, toss it in there. Hey, how's it going? I am doing horrible with this. I've had a couple people come in and actually talk for a change. I keep trying to do this to get used to talking to a camera, and I still can't figure it out. I always look at the wrong spots. Yeah, that's what I was talking to the last guy about. Like, I didn't grow up with all this stuff, you know, and it's like, when it came out, I guess I probably should have like jumped on the bandwagon type thing, but I was like, oh, I'll never use that. What's the point? And now, now when I need it, I don't know nothing about it, you know. But it's weird to me to look at the top of the phone. Oh, you can have this thing. He or she or whatever it is has decided to show up. I think it was my last video, so, and I can't find him to save my life to like take him to the other side of the yard or something like that to not have him chirping in the background. What does summer get like over there where you're at? Because here it's miserable. Yeah, it definitely definitely takes a lot to get a lot of getting used to. And I mean, well, I think you know my story probably better than anybody else because you've supported me the most so far on my channel. But yeah, it's different. I mean, isn't it? With my mind, like going a million different ways every second, like it's very hard to get used to this and not be scared of the camera and everything else. Let's see, temperature 32 degrees Celsius. Oh, I'm trying to remember that, but how to do that math. But I'm not even going to try to do it on here and look silly. I know we've been getting close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit here, but the feel like temperatures in about 110-ish range. But the worst part is the humidity's like in the 70-something percent, 80%. Okay, 90. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, that's hot, but do you guys have a lot of humidity with it? I'm in Florida. One of the worst places to be. It is, summers are brutal. It's a nice state to visit, but it definitely is not a nice state to live anymore. I'm used to old Florida, the farmland, the orange groves, stuff like that, but this whole push of everybody moving here for the retiring and the beaches and everything else is it's changed it a lot. Oh, okay. I thought we were like one of the only ones that got crazy like that, other than like down in like the countries with the rainforest and stuff. I don't know. I've never been to either one of the states. I'm not gonna say I'd want to go to California. I hear the sights are nice to see. I know they're a little crazy on their politics, but yeah, Hawaii. I wouldn't mind seeing Hawaii one day. Just but I don't want to see the touristy stuff. I want to see, like, I want to experience like the local vibe, not the tourist vibe. But Hawaii's way down my list. I just want to see something other than Florida, to be honest. I don't know if you saw it in that one video or not, but like, I went on a small small church trip when I was 12 to Tennessee for like a 3-day weekend or whatever. And other than that, I've never other than that in the military, I've never been on a real vacation, so maybe one day. But I got a lot of I guess what do we call it as we get older, bucket list things I want to do before that. If I could find the right property and be able to get my finances in order, I probably would never have to go on a vacation. Hello, Rebecca. How are you tonight? I have to check that out. So if there was lots of work, I'm going to guess that we are getting towards the hungry stage. So have you had dinner yet? If not, then I might be worried. I actually know Rebecca, so now it's kind of more comfortable. Someone I actually know in person, and somebody I talk to in the comments the most type thing, so this is kind of a little bit easier. I already had I swear they hit you all at once, like three people, trolls or whatever you want to call them, just coming in trying to cause problems all at the same time. And I don't know how to get rid of them, so I just ignore it. So how's the pool thing going? I keep meaning to ask you that. So tomorrow morning for you would be. I think I saw your post. I have to look and see if I'll be able to show up on that. Wow, that's awesome. I'm proud of you on that. How do you get that done? How often, I guess that would be, how often do you go? Is it like a monthly thing or like a every other week thing? Someone start helping me a couple times a week. I bet. Heck, you have more pool clients than I have subscribers. Oh wow, that is crazy and awesome at the same time. All right, yeah, I definitely should be able to tune in to that. I have a wonderful doctor's appointment in the morning, and then trying to stay out of my head about Thursday, because I start EMDR treatment, and it I don't know, it depends on who you watch that's kind of giving their review on it type thing. It's either going to help or it's going to be like one of the scariest things you ever go through type thing. So EMDR, I don't know the technical term. I probably was told it and I've already forgot. But it's pretty much, so what they do is they go through your past history with any type of traumas, everything else, and they build that up, and then they start talking to you, and some of them just use like a finger, others use like have you sign into a monitor thing, and it's almost like a ball you follow, and you keep your head still, and the eye movement goes back and forth to follow what's going on, and it supposedly like triggers those deep spots in your memory, and is really supposed to help open it up and bring it to light type thing, so you can try to heal from it. So I've seen people, like I said, that are not fond of it, and others that say that it's really helped. So, and I've told both my psychiatrists and therapists, like, I'm all in at this point, whatever they want to try, because something has to change. But I am going to be getting in contact with you. I'm not going to promise this week. Well, I'm not going to promise anything. But here soon, one of my short-term goals is to be able to attend on Sunday instead of just watch from the computer type thing. So I want to try to, I keep meaning to send you a message and ask you about that, if you think it would be okay to send Pastor Lloyd a message through Facebook or not, since I've never really been there. But because I'm not trying to I don't want to feel like I'm jumping into the deep end with it. So I kind of was hoping to talk to him and see if there was like say like a section that I could sit to where if I start to have like an attack or something like that, that I'm not like blacking out on the floor in front of everybody. Like I can easily, like say, you know, go out a door into a hallway, or you know, outside or something like that, just in case. So if any of that just made sense. I'm gonna have to change my name to just the Ramblin' channel. Okay, yeah. If you whenever you do, just let me know, and then I'll send something like shortly right after that, just to ask if I could have a couple minutes of his time just to discuss it over I guess Messenger or whatever. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm excited. Like, it's crazy. Like I'll tell you, the worst thing I did was look up on YouTube, because one of them was like, the one guy like was literally, I mean, it looked like he was going through like the craziest seizure you've ever seen in your life, and then you got other people that are like, wow, it really helped me open up so much, but you know, like my shirt was like completely soaking wet from crying so much. Like, I don't care about the crying part, you know. I thought about asking my therapist if it was okay to record, but then I realized that since I talked to her over the phone, kind of can't record it while I'm doing that. So, but all right, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, it's I'm hoping it's something that works. Between that and just continuing to try to grow spiritually. I hope between spiritually and what's out there, you know, say medical wise, that it'll I can find some combination of things to help me get at least a small portion of my life back. Oh yeah, I definitely will be. It's it's bad to say. I've actually I think I mentioned it in maybe one of my earlier videos, but I actually choose not to drive because I worry about my panic attacks get so bad from it that like when they hit, that it I've blacked out quite a few times. So I'm not afraid of being in an accident, but I'm afraid of injuring someone else in an accident. And so I choose not to drive, but we've slowly been, it's not like anything exciting, but kind of getting in the truck and I drive it. It's usually at night, so when there's not really many people on the road or anything like that. But I have to say a prayer just to get out of the driveway type thing. So yeah, that's actually kind of, I think we were talking about it on the channel that you're on right now. When I think I had mentioned like a second channel type thing, and I was going to try to make it a more faith-based channel. That way, it's not that I don't want faith to be a part of this channel, but I want this channel to be able to reach anybody that needs help, and I don't want anybody to feel like they can't come in and feel unwelcome if they're not, you know, say at that point in their life type thing. But I got a long ways to go on my faith. It's been a lot of years that I stepped away. At the time, I believe it was for the right reasons, but I was so comfortable where I was at that it was hard to. I tried a couple different churches and it just wasn't the same for me. And I've done that, I won't say recently because of the agoraphobia, but before all that, I tried a couple churches, and this whole, like, the new, I'm not gonna say mega church, but like the whole, like, where you go and it's like just, it seems like just like you're at a concert or something like that. It just didn't feel the same to me. So actually, the church Rebecca goes to, she told me to give it a look, and I actually feel like a connection, at least, you know, with watching the lives every Sunday and everything like that. I feel that, like, the pastor there really speaks to me type thing, which is good and bad. Makes you think twice about some stuff, but I think that's the whole point of it too. So but yeah, that's what I was thinking about, was doing like something like my journey back to faith, or you know, something on those lines like that. It's definitely not. It's not going to be any. Excuse me. Any different or any better than the way this one is, because it'd be just another one of those almost like here's my story thing, because I really have nothing of value to be able to teach, just like, you know, here's what I did, or here's what I've learned or read, or something like, you know, maybe here's what I read and I'm not exactly understanding because of, like, the dyslexia or something like that, like, can you help me type thing. That's it. Be the can you help me channel. All this cricket. Oh, I do have one. I don't know if you're still in here or not. I do have one question on. I have a YouTube question, and I'm only wondering because I noticed it with your videos here on the new one. I've noticed it on some other channels, and maybe your other channel I noticed it on too. But I've noticed a couple other people How are you setting up stuff to go under like a video instead of a short when it's less than the... It seems like anything I put up that's under 3 minutes, like YouTube automatically puts it as a short. I don't have a choice. I've actually decided to stop doing shorts for a while to see if I can get any normal traffic just with the long form, because it's crazy how my shorts like seem to I attract more in one short than I do on all my other videos combined. But even my shorts don't have has a good CTR retention time. So that's what I'm trying to learn, is how to keep the retention in there, and I guess keep people... I don't even understand the CTR part. I just know that it's bad from what they say. So when you upload from your phone, select video at the bottom of your phone. Okay, now is that in... Are you uploading from, or uploading to YouTube itself, or to YouTube Studio? That's another thing I saw was watched a guy's video about the reason, excuse me, the reason he got rid of the YouTube Studio, and I'm actually thinking about doing the same. Okay, so yeah, I upload everything to YouTube Studio because I think I've mentioned it before, but even when I just talk off the cuff and all that, if I get tripped up or notice that I'm getting too far off track, I need to remember to hit pause, and I never do. I hit stop, so then I have to go into the editing software and like just line them all up together type thing, and so then I save them. Because I'm doing that, I'm saving it to the computer, and then but I guess I can upload, yeah, I could try that too, uploading straight to YouTube instead of the studio. Your testimony is one of your most powerful tools. I think I got to get in the right mindset for it first, because I'm not... I'll say it. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm ashamed of myself with it. I really am. I messed up. I can see it. And, but, yeah. YouTube is sick. Okay, sorry. This is the longest I've been live, almost an hour and a half now. I don't know if going live accounts for anything other than practice for me. So on that one, Rebecca, if it's a powerful tool, You should maybe share yours. I'm gonna try to talk you into this. I'm gonna keep trying. Have a great night, and I will definitely try to tune in. You said tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I can't promise I'll remember because my memory is bad, but I will do my best. And if I don't show up, you can make sure to give me a hard time about it. Alrighty, have a great, great day. Did that fall off? Yeah, have a great day. I think that's right. I'm trying to do math in my head for the times. This is 0 people. 0 people are here. Oh, I gotta stay.
I saw it pop up on my feed thing. 2 or 3 people at one time. We're about 15, 20 minutes on the edge of the bed.
I told her I can't make any promise. I'd like to try and do something. Yeah. Alright, I'll have a good one. I'm not going to say. One of the ladies is kind of maybe the quarter of my head.
Hey, that's good.
Well, yeah, but it's, I know who they are.
Still. right button? Or you want to stop stream? Yes.